Hello, I'm Mr. Lehner, and welcome to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. Today's going to be a real thrilling episode, mates. Let's not waste any more time talking. Let's get right into our writing decimals as fractions. When taking a look at how to write our decimals as fractions, this handy dandy little tool here is going to help you guys to organize it. This is what we call our place value chart. We have our period in the middle, and this is what I like to call the and dot. So that if I had the number 1.25, I would say 1 and 25th hundredths. Or it's easier sometimes to think about it like money. If you have 1.25, I have $1 and 25 cents out of the 100. If my decimal was 0.075, it would be 75 thousandths, and that's how I would write that or say that when I'm trying to write it as a fraction. Let's take a look at an example problem. If my decimal is 0.6, I could use that little chart and I would know that my place value is in the tenths place. So 0.6 would be stated as 6/10. I would write it as a fraction as 6/10. My problem is done completely. I'm ready to move. Wait, what's that? I did something wrong. What do you mean? I got my fraction out of it. Oh, I need to simplify. All right, let's simplify. I know that these are both even numbers, so I know that 2 will go into it. 2 will go into 6 3 times, and 2 will go into 10 5 times. So my final answer in simplest form would be 3/5. So writing the decimal 0.6 as a fraction would become 3/5. Very good. I'm glad you guys are catching on over there with our fractions. Let's take a look at a different example. If I have 3.55, that's a little different. I have a number in front of the decimal. I would read this as 3 and 55 hundredths. I'm not going to worry about the 3 for right now. Let's just worry about the 55 hundredths. 55 hundredths would become 55/100. Yep, you caught it again. I can simplify this number. I know that this ends in 5 and this ends in 0. So I can have each number divided by 5. 5 goes into 55 11 times, and 5 goes into 100 20 times. I can then have this written as 11/20. Well, don't forget this first part now. Anytime we have a number in front of the decimal, it's a whole number. So after I've worked out my part of the problem that was after this decimal, or to the right of the decimal, I then add in the 3. Well, we know that this is a fraction. If 3 is a whole number, 3 becomes the whole number in the fraction. So anytime you see a number before the decimal, it's going to be a whole number, and it's going to be right in front of that fraction. All right, it's your turn, mates. Let's have you try. Get out that paper, get out that pencil, and let's try this next problem. Your decimal is 0.75. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure it out. 0.75 would be 75 hundredths. I would write 75/100. Yes, I have to reduce it. I know that the greatest common factor between 75 and 100 is 25. 25 goes into goes into it 3 times. 25 goes into 100 4 times. So my final answer would be 3/4. Again, it's always important that you guys remember to try at least 2, 3, 5, and 7. Those are always key ones to try. If you're not sure what the GCF is, you could break these problems down. Your list might have taken you a little longer. You might have realized that, hey, 5 goes into both. That's fine. There might be more than one step that you do to get it in simplest form. Remember to always try those numbers as you guys are moving forward. All right, well, thank you, Mike, for tuning in to another exciting episode of Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza, and we'll see you next time, mate.